कृष्णपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। नमो महावदन्नाय कृष्णप्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतिशे नमः। गौर 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 हरे गौर 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 सच्चिनंदन जय सच्चिनंदन जय सच्चिनंदन गौर हरे जय सच्चिनंदन जय सच्चिनंदन जय सच्चिनंदन जय सच्चिनंदन जय सच्चिनंदन गौर हरे जय सच्चिनंदन जय सच्चिनंदन जय सच्चिनंदन जय सच्चिनंदन गौर हरे जय सच्चिनंदन जय सच्चिनंदन जय सच्चिनंदन जय सच्चिनंदन जय सच्चिनंदन गौर हरे जय सच्चिनंदन जय सच्चिनंदन
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Everybody please clap. Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Gora
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Very brief, we'll hear about Mahaprabhu taking sannyas. Not the pastime that took place in Nadia, but the pastime that took place in Kantak Nagar, Katwa, where Mahaprabhu took sannyas. Leaving his beloved mother, his wife, and all the devotees, putting them in the ocean of separation. The Lord left, and he swam across Ganga early in the morning, arrived at Kantak Nagar, Katwa. Radhar birohe bhave hoiya akul. In separation of Srimati Radharani, Mahaprabhu was crying profusely. এই মতে প্রেমাবেশে চলি যায় পথে. When Mahaprabhu swam across from Ganga, he was crying out the name of Krishna and Srimati Radharani. He sat under a huge banyan tree in Katwa, profusely crying in separation from Krishna. The inhabitants of Katwa, for them this was the first time. For many, this was the first time they actually saw Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu face to face. They were enchanted by his beauty, but their hearts broke when they actually heard him cry like that. They did not have any words, nor could they do anything to pacify the Lord. They have never ever met a situation in their life like that. That someone could actually cry like that for Krishna. So after staying there for some time, Mahaprabhu Matto Singher Pray Priyo Borger Sanghati. Like a mad lion, he ran towards the house of Keshav Bharati. Jotha ache Keshav Bharati Nyasi Bhar. The king of the sannyasis, Keshav Bharati, was residing in Kantak Nagar. So Mahaprabhu went there and he saw Keshav Bharati sitting there in a rest asana, like a thundering bolt. Yeah, really, we actually say Dandavat, Dandavat, right? What does Dandavat mean? Dandavat means falling like a stick. We just look at each other, Dandavat, Dandavat. We just say Dandavat, Dandavat. So much so that Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur actually said, don't become Dandavat disciples. What does that mean? Meaning like, we just see everybody, Dandavat, 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 Dandavat. And then we go our way, you go your way, do whatever you want, I do whatever you want. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, don't become Dandavat disciples. Just saying Dandavat, Dandavat. Don't actually mean it. But here, Keshav Bharati Maharaj actually felt there was like a thundering bolt hitting on the ground. That was Mahaprabhu. So he was taken back. Kind of shocked. Even though Keshav Bharati Maharaj actually met Mahaprabhu before, this is not the first time, this is the second time. But Keshav Bharati asked, "Who are you? What's your name?" So Mahaprabhu was a bit surprised that Keshav Bharati is asking actually his name. He knows everything. So he says, "My Lord, my dear spiritual master, my name is Nimai, and some people call me Vishambhar. You don't remember me? You have agreed to give me sannyas. Therefore, I have given out my family, and I have come here to your lotus feet to accept you as my spiritual master." Keshav Bharati was taken back. He was just trying to, sometimes when somebody says something and you want to ignore what he is saying by saying something totally a different subject that has nothing to do with what he is talking about. That's what Keshav Bharati was trying to do. "Oh, sit, how's everything?" He did not want to talk about sannyas at all. And Mahaprabhu kept on trying to bring that topic, and Keshav Bharati Maharaj kept on totally ignoring that topic. In the meantime, Aila Nityananda Chandra Shakhar Adi Mile. In the meantime, Nityananda Prabhu came, Mukunda came, Chandrasekhar Acharya came. There are certain devotees, Jare Jare Agga Prabhu Korila Achila. There are certain devotees that Mahaprabhu actually ordered them to come. So they all came. Mahaprabhu was saying everyone, he was a little bit relieved, hoping that these devotees will actually support me to accept sannyas. Again, Mahaprabhu fell at the feet of Keshav Bharati and said, "Patit Pavan Tumi Mahakripapa. You're the most merciful Lord. You can give me Krishna. Krishna belongs to you. Please tell me, how can I get Krishna? I am taking full shelter of your lotus feet. Please accept me as your disciple and please give me sannyas." Keshav Bharati just kept quiet. Mahaprabhu is telling him, the most merciful Prabhu, that Mahaprabhu is wretched. Mahaprabhu himself is saying, "I am most fallen. Please deliver me from these clutches of Maya." Keshav Bharati not responding at all. So Mukunda began to sing. He started to do kirtan. And when Mukunda began to do kirtan, Mahaprabhu was sitting there begging Keshav Bharati for sannyas. But when Mukunda began the kirtan, Mahaprabhu could not sit anymore. He got up and with Nityananda Prabhu began to dance. He began to roar. He was dancing in ecstasy. Nija vese motto nache Sri Sachinandan. And by this time, the whole of Kantak Nagar knew that Nimai has come here to take sannyas. Nimai Pandit, the most respected Pandit on earth planet, has come here to take sannyas, giving up his grihastha life. And people started to talk about how beautiful Nimai is and how he was crying, even the stone will melt. So Chaitanya Bhagavat said, "Orbut lok suni sei khone." Arbut means millions and millions of people. They all gathered there. And দেখিয়া প্রভুর রূপ মদন সুন্দর এক দৃষ্টে পান সবে করেন নির্ভর. They all saw the most beautiful form of the Lord. They were totally stunned. Look what Mahaprabhu did. He wanted to also bless them. He was crying profusely and dancing, and he was going around, spinning. You see sometimes devotees spinning in the kirtan. So Mahaprabhu began to spin. Now he was crying profusely as if Mother Ganges was flowing from his eyes. So as Mahaprabhu was spinning, his transcendental tears, it was like a river. And as the Lord was spinning, he was bathing millions of people. Seeing Mahaprabhu cry, they began to cry. And the tears of Mahaprabhu that bathed millions of people, and their tears made a river flow of transcendental tears. We saw Ganga flowing. So many rivers are flowing. And this is the river of Mahaprabhu's transcendental tears and the tears of the inhabitants of Kantak Nagar. Seeing everyone dance, seeing everyone cry like that, suddenly Mahaprabhu became the most humble. With straw between his teeth, he went to the ladies, he went to the Prabhus and said, "My dear mother, my dear father, you're my brother, you're my relative. Please tell me where I can get Krishna. Please help me." Sunia, everyone heard Mahaprabhu's pathetic cry. They could not do anything. And seeing everyone cry, Mahaprabhu gave them a glimpse of who he really is. For a moment, everyone realized that he is Krishna in the form of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And he has taken the complexion of mood of Srimati Radharani and looking for Krishna. They became a bit peaceful. After this kirtan, Keshav Bharati actually saw Mahaprabhu bathing millions of people with his transcendental tears, literally bathing them. And there's a river flowing of transcendental tears. After that, Mahaprabhu falls at the feet of Keshav Bharati, saying that I am the most fallen. Please accept me as your disciple. So Keshav Bharati Maharaj, he says, don't trick me. You're not a fallen disciple, not a fallen soul. Ei shakti onner nohe ishorer bine. What I have seen in you, the way you cry, the way you dance, no one except for the Supreme Personality of Godhead can cry and dance like that. Tumi je Jagat Guru janilo nischay. You are the spiritual master of this universe. Who can become your guru? You want me to become your guru? I think just to teach the living entities that one must accept a guru, therefore you want to accept me as your guru. Mahaprabhu says, my dear spiritual master, please don't trick me. So both are saying the same thing. Keshav Bharati is telling Mahaprabhu that you're the Supreme Personality of God. Don't trick me. What I just saw, it's only possible by the Supreme Lord. So Mahaprabhu is repeating the same thing to Keshav Bharati. প্রভু বলে মায়া মোরে না করো প্রকাশ। Please don't trick me. Don't shower your illusory energy on me. হেন দীক্ষা দেহ যেন হই কৃষ্ণদাস। I want to be the servant of Krishna. Therefore, I need this initiation. So now Keshav Bharati is stuck. So he is looking for reasons. He is looking for logic. He is looking for a gateway. He can run away from here. That's what Keshav Bharati wants to do. Can everyone raise your hand and say, Go Ranga? A bit louder, especially those who are sleeping. A louder, please. One more time. Okay, Hare Krishna. I know you had a very nice breakfast and you're sitting in a very nice natural air condition. And also hearing and sleeping is very good. But please stay awake. Hare Krishna. So Keshav Bharati is looking for a way to get out of this. He's thinking, let me trick Mahaprabhu, let me just run away from here. So he says, my dear Biswambhar, please listen to me. My heart trembles when I think of giving you sannyas. I don't think you are qualified to take sannyas. First you say, you are the Supreme Lord, who can give you initiation? Now he takes that mood, I can tell you what to do. Because, Mahaprabhu kept on saying, you're my spiritual master, you can give me Krishna, I fall at your feet, you're my Lord and Master. So he takes that position and he says very bluntly, he says, I don't think you're qualified to take sannyas. Look at you, how beautiful you are. Ehana sundar tonu orun boyas. First of all, quite a few disqualifications you have. First is, you're too beautiful. Second, you are young. What do you know about the misery of this world? Who takes sannyas? A realized soul. He has gone through the pain of this world. You're only 24 years old. What do you know about the pain? You're a grihastha. Do you have children? Unless you have children, how do you know what is pain? This is Keshav Bharati speaking from Chaitanya Mangal. He said, you have no children. Atapya santati nahe hoyto tumhar. You don't have children. Therefore, I don't think you're qualified to take sannyas. First of all, look, I am not saying I will not give you sannyas, but not now. You have to be at least 50 years old. পঞ্চাশের ঊর্ধ্বে হইলে রাগের নিবৃত্তি তবে সে সন্ন্যাস দিতে হয় ভালো যুক্তি. That is a logic. You have gone through a lot. When you're 50 years old, hoping that you have a lot of realization about this world, right? So 50 years old, yeah, I think that's a good logic. 24 years old, just got married, you have no children, you're too beautiful, you're too young. So, sorry, I don't think you're qualified to take sannyas. Mahaprabhu begins to cry and explain to Keshav Bharati how human form of life is so rare. You're talking about me taking sannyas at the age of 50. My dear spiritual master, is there a guarantee that I will actually live till that age of 50 years old? You remember the story of Prabhupada and Hridayananda Maharaj? Prabhupada was about to give sannyas to Hridayananda Maharaj. He was very young, very, very young. So before the sannyas ceremony, I think the day before or 1 or 2 days before, this is in America, a reporter asked Prabhupada, he said, Swamiji, in India, sannyas is given to elderly people. And you are giving sannyas to all these young people. Why? So Prabhupada shot back at that reporter. Because the reporter said the sannyas is given to old people, elderly people. So Prabhupada shot back. He said, what do you mean by old? What is old? Can you say, I am older than you or you are older than me? What is old? Old means before death. Can you tell me that you will not die before me? Or I will not die before you? So what is old? Mahaprabhu is saying the same thing. How rare is this human form of life. How rare is sadhu sangha, associating with the devotees. So don't deceive me. You're hiding the truth. You're hiding the very true nature of this world. We can die at any moment. And I have this great opportunity. Please don't deceive me. So when Mahaprabhu began to talk about the true nature of this world, Keshav Bharati had no answer, which is true. Then he found one more way. He said, okay, listen. I will give you sannyas in one condition. I really don't think you have taken proper permission from your wife. Have you? Have you actually taken permission from Mother Sachi? At the age of 24, you're giving her up, giving Vishnu Priya Devi, all the devotees of Navadwip? Go back to Navadwip. Get permission from Vishnu Priya. Get permission from Sachi Mata. Get permission from the inhabitants of Navadwip. Come back, I'll give you sannyas. But Keshav Bharati is thinking that the moment Mahaprabhu goes to Navadvip, I am leaving this place. I do not want to be that person who wants to award sannyas to Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. No way. The interesting thing is, as soon as Keshav Bharati said, go back to Navadvip, get permission from your wife, from your mother and the devotees, Mahaprabhu got up. Right there and then, without even thinking, he said, yes, my Guru, I'll go right now and get permission. So he got up and he began to walk. Now Keshav Bharati, he was taken back by this. He started thinking, he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He knows everything. Where will I go? Where will I hide? I am thinking that as soon as he goes, I'll go somewhere. But he will know everything. Where I am, he'll look for me. He said, Nimai, come back, come back. Come back. Mahaprabhu is extremely obedient. Whatever my Guru says, I'll do. So, when Mahaprabhu came back, Keshav Bharati, he said, Tumi Jagoter Guru, Ke Tumar Guru. You are the spiritual master of this universe. Who can become your Guru? And you are putting me in the spot like that. And I cannot disobey you because you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But I understand. You want me to do this as a service. So I will accept this as a service. Go get saved. Mahaprabhu was very, very happy. Chaitanya Mangal. Of course, I am skipping a lot of things. You can read from Chaitanya Charitamrita, but the sannyas thing is mostly explained by Chaitanya Mangal, Chaitanya Bhagavat, and Basu Ghosh. Their songs. You can find the details in there. And all the inhabitants of Kantak Nagar began to criticize Keshav Bharati. All this time, inhabitants of Pantanagar was very, very happy with Keshav Bharati. He is using his intelligence. This is how you should refuse Nimai from taking sannyas. They were very happy with Keshav Bharati. But the moment Keshav Bharati said, now you go get saved, they began to criticize Keshav Bharati. But they understood by the mercy of the Lord that he is Krishna, he is the independent Lord. So they became a bit peaceful. Mahaprabhu told Chandrasekhar Acharya to prepare everything, all the ingredients for sannyas. And Chaitanya Bhagavat says that Chandrasekhar Acharya didn't have to go anywhere to get the ingredients. We have the Jagya, no? Sannyas ceremony, Jagya. So much arrangement. Bhagisha Prabhu is here. So much arrangement has to be there. Somebody has to get the flowers, the ghee, and this and that. But the moment Mahaprabhu told Chandrasekhar Acharya, get all the ingredients ready, they just all came from nowhere. Different devotees just got all the ingredients that was needed. Now the barber, he sat in front of the Lord. His hand began to shake and he began to cry. And he told the Lord that Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, and all the demigods, they worship you. Everyone falls at your feet and you want me to touch your head. Because when you say, touch the head, no? You saw the barber? They have to touch the head and go like this. He says, I'm your servant, I'm supposed to be on your feet. If I have to touch your head, and on whose lotus feet will I take shelter? And he began to cry, and Mahaprabhu got a little bit annoyed with him. He was a bit upset, because he did not want to say it. Because he was crying, and then at one point he said, out of simplicity, he said, look, this is my job. This is how I maintain myself. The barber said, if I make this mistake of saving you, nobody will come to me later on as a customer. How will I maintain myself? Everyone will criticize me. No one will accept me and take my service as a barber. Mahaprabhu said, from now on, I am taking full responsibility of you. Everything that you need to maintain yourself, I'll provide. You don't have to worry. End of this life, go back to Godhead. What else you need? This life, you don't have to work. I will maintain you. Next life, come back to my dham. What else you need? So now the barber is satisfied. Mahaprabhu gets saved. Then, when he's ready for the sannyas mantra, then Mahaprabhu comes very quickly to the ear of Keshav Bharati and says, my Lord, Prabhu bole swapno more kon mahajan korne sannyaser mantra korilo kathan bujo dekhi taha tumi kiba hoy nahe. He says, I had a dream. A great personality was telling me the sannyas mantra. My dear spiritual master, can you see if this is the real sannyas mantra or not? And then Mahaprabhu gives the sannyas mantra to Keshav Bharati first. এত বলি প্রভু তার কর্ণে মন্ত্র কহে. So Mahaprabhu gives the sannyas mantra first, and the moment Mahaprabhu chants the sannyas mantra in the ear of Keshav Bharati, mantra suni nasipar hoila premamoy. Keshav Bharati becomes in ecstatic love of Godhead. Kampa pulakita osru Radha Krishna kaya. He was chanting the name of Radha and Krishna, began to cry profusely in separation of Krishna. All the symptoms of ecstatic love of Godhead exhibited in the body of Keshav Bharati. And he began to chant Krishna's name, Vrindavan, different associates. He immediately understood the person who gave me the sannyas mantra is Nandan Krishna. So who initiates who? So now Keshav Bharati is initiated. Now Keshav Bharati repeats the same mantra in the ear of Mahaprabhu. So after chanting this mantra, now Keshav Bharati is thinking, what name should I give? What name should I give to this personality? He is Krishna himself. So at that time, when he is thinking what name to give, there was a sound in the sky. ध्वनि सुनी सर्वलोक हुइलो चमत्कार. Not only Keshav Bharati, but everyone heard this Daivavani, or the transcendental sound from the sky. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Naam Karaha Yar. Please give the name Sri Krishna Chaitanya. And all the devotees loudly chanted Haribo! 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 Keshav Bharati said, Joto Jagoter Tumi Krishna Bolaiba. He said, because you'll be making everyone chant Krishna's holy name. You'll reveal Krishna in everyone's heart. Therefore, your name is Sri Krishna Chaitanya. This is how Mahaprabhu got sannyas from Keshav Bharati, or Keshav Bharati got the sannyas mantra from Mahaprabhu, whichever you want to accept. But this is the pastime beautifully explained by Vrindavan Das Thakur and Lochan Das Thakur. No doubt that all this pastime that we are hearing from day one was also told by Sutta Goswami right here. And Lord Shiva heard it. And so many thousands and thousands of devotees were here listening Gaur Bhagavat from Sutta Goswami. We are very, very fortunate to come to the same very transcendental land and hear, chant, take prasadam, to some extent walk. It's very, very enlivening, very, very purifying. Please take advantage of this. Every day when you end this parikrama, ask forgiveness from the holy dham and beg mercy that tomorrow we'll be able to continue the parikrama with a pure heart, with the right consciousness. When you wake up in the morning, pay obeisance to the dham, ask mercy, beg mercy from Prabhupada, our spiritual masters, the Vaishnavas, and the holy dham, Lord Shiva, Mother Parvati, begging their mercy to be able to do today's parikrama with the right consciousness. And every single day we have to do this. We want to be in the holy dham. Every single day we have to pray. Otherwise we'll just be here. What is the point of just being here? But being in the holy dham with the right consciousness, with the right mood, that will purify us. So hearing all these pastimes, the transcendental leelas of Mahaprabhu is extremely purifying. And this is the way. And therefore, Prabhupada, there was one, I'll finish up this story. There was one devotee in Vrindavan. You know, in Vrindavan temple there is a Parikrama mark, right? You can walk around the temple. So Prabhupada was just walking in the morning, and one devotee who was just walking beside Prabhupada started to scream, Jai Vrindavan Dham ki Jai! Walking. Again, suddenly that devotee, Jai Vrindavan Dham ki Jai! So Prabhupada turned to the devotee. He said, you like Vrindavan? He's asking this devotee. Yes, Prabhupada, I like Vrindavan, I love Vrindavan Dham. Prabhupada went like this. I am giving you Vrindavan, take it. Like that. I am giving you Vrindavan Dham, take it. So, exactly same. Prabhupada, what have we done to come to Navadwip? What have we done to do this parikrama that Nityananda Prabhu did Ujjiva Goswami. Or Isan Thakur did with Narottam Srinivas and others. What have we done? So Prabhupada said, you did not have Sukriti, I give you Sukriti. I gave you Sukriti. So it is Prabhupada's mercy that we are able to come. Prabhupada has given us Navadwip Dham. It is up to us how seriously we take this advantage. How seriously we take Navadwip Dham. It's up to us. Anyway, I thank you, thank all of you for taking this Parikrama. Somehow or other, I feel every time we do Parikrama, it's all, every time there are different realizations in the heart. Every time you say the same pastime, it's always something different. It's because the Lord's pastime is never ending. Please take advantage of this Parikrama, not just Kartik Parikrama. Take advantage of every single day that we are in the Holy Dham. We don't know how long we have. Please take full advantage of it. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.